Hello, this is Tim Thorne with this week's Style Tip with Paisley 360. Tonight, I have a couple of things that I want to share with you guys. And if you notice the title of this, it says, Cut Those Ugly Tags. Guys, I could never say this enough, that you have to cut the ugly tags. Now, some of you have seen some things floating around on Facebook, a picture of a couple of blazers with the tags on it. That is a big no-no. We do not buy a suit and have tags on them. We just can't do that, guys, okay? That's the reason why I'm giving you these weekly style tips, to give you that nice polished look so your fashion can be redesigned. Okay, let's start tonight with these ugly tags. This is an example right here, guys. We do not want to have these tags on our nice blazers when we are stepping out and we know we got our swag together. This is not what you want to have on the sleeve of your blazer. So what I have here tonight, this is what you call a seam ripper. I'm not telling you that you need to go out and buy one, but if you invest in quality blazers and suits, this is a good idea to actually buy a seam ripper. If you don't have a seam ripper, you can use just a pair of scissors, but you have to be very careful, because when you cut the tag off, you don't want to put a rip in your blazer sleeve. That's the reason why I recommend, and you can normally get these at Walmart, Target, any store that carries Notion sewing items. You can get one of these, and they're only like $2 or $3. This is a more fancier one, so I paid a little bit more because I use them all the time. But a very, very good tool to use, and it really makes taking the labels off of the blazer a lot more easier and a lot more seamless. So definitely invest in one of these if you normally buy a lot of blazers and suits and that kind of thing. If not, just be careful with a pair of scissors. The other thing, guys, is the back of the blazer. Wow, I could never say this enough. Now let me explain something. You notice how this is what we call a double vented blazer, because there are two splits here in the back. This is a double vented blazer. There's a vent here, and then there's a vent here. Now, guys, let me explain to you. Let me explain something to you. These are tacked down. I'm gonna unbutton this for a second. These are tacked down. Both sides are tacked down for a reason. And the reason why they are tacked down is because they're being shipped a lot of times out of the country into this country, or from city to city, from state to state, or from store to store, whatever. And that's the reason why they tack these with thread from the manufacturers, so that when you get the blazer, it's not all part of this is up this way and it's all wrinkled and it just looks really bad. So they tack the vents down so that you can kind of have that nice look when it arrives at the store. So again, having a seam ripper or either a pair of scissors, all you have to do, guys, is just rip that thread out so that you can have the flap that you need for your blazer. And I guess I shouldn't call it a flap, but your vent. You want your vents open. I have seen some young men going to the prom, and nobody told them that this was supposed to be separated, that you're supposed to open your vents and let your vents be free. And it doesn't matter if it's a single vent or if it's a double vent like this blazer. But please, guys, do not step out in public and you still have these sewn together. Please cut it. cut it. All right? Now, what I want to show you as my next tip, thank you, is, thank you. Another no-no, guys. If you notice, this is a 3-button blazer. And this is a special kind, so to speak, because it's a very, very, very slim fit blazer. 3 buttons are not in, and definitely if you got 4, you know already that you need to upgrade your wardrobe. But let's just say you just happen to have a nice 3-button blazer, something like this. What we do not want to do, guys, is we do not, if we have a 3-button, and I'll go back if I can to show you, even if you have a 2-button. You never want to button this last button. Even though this blazer is a 3-button, you never want to button this last button. The first 2 are all you need. And basically, when you sit down, you can unbutton both of these. But if you are standing, it looks very, very nice if both of these are buttoned, if it's a 3-button, which, like I said, 3 buttons are really out of style, but sometimes you can find a nice, slim fit 3-button that is really cool that you like to wear. Now, another thing that I do, if I wear this blazer, normally I would just do the 1 button, the middle button. And then most likely you probably wouldn't even notice that it was a 3-button because I only did just the button, that's the second button. So let me go back to, thank you. Let me go back to the 2-button blazer. The 2-button blazer here, I'm sorry for that. The 2-button blazer here, you have 2 buttons. You have 2 buttons here. And even with the 2-button blazer, you only want to button the top button. Never button both of the blazers. You may feel like, you know, your midsection is too big and you don't want it kind of sticking out, but it looks worse when you have both of these. It's just what we call a fashion faux pas, which is a bad fashion move. So always remember, just only do that 1 button to give you that nice, polished look. Again, I'm Tim Thorne with Paisley 360, and this has been your week's style tip. See you next time.